Okay. Thank you,
Okay. Hi, my name is Lisa Robertson. If you're watching this, you're on my Facebook page. And I apologize at the beginning of these is always a little glitchy, but quite honestly, it's a brand new service and we're all just figuring it out. So every time we do it, it's going to be a learning curve, and we will love to hear your feedback on what you liked. I'm sure that you'll tell us what you'd like to see done differently, and that's going to be good too, because we want to definitely make these better and better and better as we go. So this is live video. Whatever happens, happens. I was just zhuzhing the garland because I'm already way behind on my Christmas decorating, and I know that that sounds ridiculous, but you know, I'm going to be gone for most of November, so I'm definitely way behind. I have one tree done, I have one garland done, which means I have 3 trees, a garland, and a staircase to go. On a bookcase, and yeah, a lot of stuff. Okay, so you guys that at home can type, you can text whatever questions, bring whatever questions. Katie, my assistant, is standing by. She will ask me whatever questions you have, or if you have comments, whatever it happens to be. And so while I'm decorating, I'm just distributing the lights, by the way, because in a lot of cases, the lights are kind of clumped. So I was distributing the lights so they're spaced out evenly, because once you have everything on, you really need them to be even. There you go. Well, kind of. There you go. All right. Why are they always such a problem? This is the kind of thing that makes a difference when it's done, because you don't want all the lights hiding in back. So you want to bring them up where they can be seen. Okay. A little better. A little better. That should be there. Okay. It's okay. You don't have to whisper. What was that?
I was just going to say if they have questions, they can.
Oh, yeah. If you have questions, you can ask. They don't all have to be about the garland, by the way. I just thought that while I'm decorating the garland, we could just kind of hang out, because why not? In a lot of cases, sometimes when I'm decorating, I'll have a friend come over, but they're not allowed to help because no one else can touch the decorating. So I'll just sit on the couch and I'll decorate. So tonight that'll be you. You sit on the couch, I'll decorate on that one. So this is the living room garland, which means this is the room that has bronze, gold, chocolate green, rose, all those kinds of kind of colors in it. And the mantle is definitely going to reflect that. So this is the Bethlehem Lights mantle, garland that I've talked about before, that I did with them. I really do love it. It turned out beautifully. I don't think that they have any left now. I know that I think they sold out a little bit earlier this year.
What can you do to hide extension cords?
What can you do to hide extension cords? Furniture? No, I'm kidding. Although I do use that. I have on my other mantle, and I will definitely do it here too, little cord holders that are the 3M temporary ones, so just like the hooks that I put it up with that you saw on the other mantle, the little 3M, and I'll put it here and here, and then I'll just tuck. Oh, I was a bad girl. I still have these on from last year. Don't tell. So you just tuck this in, tuck this in. This is a little complicated because it's hitting right in the wrong space. Try to use an extension cord that is going to be as much the same color as possible. I'm going to have to move that one. But what is best to do is to put it right along here, right here. But then I have a high poinsettia. I'll put it there to cover it up even more. In the other room, there's a chair in front of it, a poinsettia, a candle lantern, all kinds of different things. That's why I love finishing top to bottom, because then when you have everything going top to bottom, you have a lot of different options in covering it up, because that's always a big challenge in how do you cover up an extension cord. I'll just hook that one up there. All right. Any other questions while we're at it? Yes.
What if they don't have an outlet near the mantle and they would like lights on the garland?
If you don't have an outlet near the mantle, you're going to have to run a really long extension cord. Now, your other option is battery lights on the garland. And it's not that those are bad, but they're not going to have the same sparkle that this kind of light bulb has. This is not LED. This is a traditional incandescent light bulb. Right now, the LED technology hasn't really caught up quite to the incandescent. So if you have a mantle with no plug near it, and you want incandescent light, it's a really long extension cord. If you can be okay with a good LED and a battery pack, that's another option too.
Tell them to click the video for sound. If it's in their newsfeed, you need to click the video.
Oh, if this is in your news feed, I should write that on a sign. They can't, or on my page, they can't hear me if they don't.
Yeah.
Do you give me a piece of paper? This will be funny. Wait, go give me a piece of paper, Katie. So, and those of you who are on Facebook and you're responding to other people, let them know to click the video, whether it's on their news feed or on my page, and then they can hear the sound. They can't hear me tell them that, so could you respond to them for me? And then we'll make a sign. Okay, well, I'll get it figured out. So these are, they're called swags, teardrops, different things. I love these because these are one of the quickest, easiest ways to decorate, and I usually start with these. Start by putting them in the center, make a little trough, like a hoagie. It's the hoagie way of decorating. Maybe I'll do it this way. You getting it, Katie?
Yep, here it is.
Okay, I'll put that back in a second. Wait, hold on. Is that in the right place?
Yes.
Okay. There you go. All right,
Thank you.
that will help. So I'm going to try putting the larger side in the center because I'm going to put another one over here. So they'll kind of, the smaller ends, the tapered ends will meet over there. So I'm just going to put it right in the space, right? I'm just kind of, and I'm going to push spine to spine, the spine of the swag against the spine of the garland. And then I'm going to start wrapping the branches through. You got to kind of feel it. And sometimes I have to redo things, so if I have to redo this, just know that it's fine. It's not life-threatening. Everything's going to be okay. Trying it a different direction first this year, just to see.
Kathleen would like to know, what is your favorite place in your house to decorate?
Kathleen. Hi, Kathleen. Kathleen was wondering what my favorite place in the house is to decorate. I apologize for talking with my back to you, by the way. Sorry about that. Not my best side. But I don't know. That's a tough one because every time I decorate a room, I think, oh, that's my favorite. And then I decorate another room and I think, oh, that's my favorite. But the one that I probably get the most personal enjoyment out of is the one up in my bedroom because I just get to have that on when I'm relaxing and doing a little Sudoku before I go to sleep, and it's just gorgeous. So, is everything okay, y'all? Everything good? Okay. Katie's helping me here. I have some friends helping me here. It takes a village. We're a small village right now, though. It's just a couple peasants hanging out in the square. But we're getting it. Okay. So I literally just put a couple branches through it. And that means that I would just take a branch from the center, right here, weave it up in between the fruit, and pull it through. Now, a few of those, and that's going to stay. How awesome is that? By the way, just to show you something very funny, wait. Do you think I have a few? Yeah, so plenty, because I use these a lot. All right. Any other questions, Katie?
Yes. Do you switch out your decorations each year, or do you use the same ones for each room each year?
Do I switch out? Who asked that?
Liz.
Hi, Liz. Is that Driscoll?
Lemick.
Lemick. Oh, Liz Lemick. Hi, Liz. Liz always puts really funny things on my Facebook page, by the way, so thanks. Do I do different decorations every year, use the same ones? I use the same ones. I got to be honest with you. In all honesty, I've invested a lot of money in these decorations. I couldn't afford to do different decorations each year. So each year I probably try to add a little something, but mostly it's the same because otherwise that would really, really be expensive. All right. Now I'm going to take this one. Don't be afraid to bend it. See how I bent that? Like Beckham. It was a really bad joke. Thanks for getting it. And again, I'm just going to kind of separate. I'm just separating the branches and tucking it in. I wonder. Okay, well, you know, again, these are very easy. When you do it like this, it's really, really easy to move and redo if you don't like it. And that's one of the great things about it. Just going to tuck this up through there. Please don't come down, Mr. Candle. All right. Feel free to just yell out questions whenever you want to, Katie.
Okay, what kind of candles are on the mantle?
Oh, these are Luminara candles. Love them. Look. Yeah, it's just fake flame, but it's really realistic. These Luminara candles are my ultimate favorite, and it always looks like there's some kind of religious ritual going on in here because I have so many of them. But they really do add. And look how you can see just that little bit of flicker against the wall. I'll turn it around so you can see it better.
Charlene wants
Gorgeous.
to know
Yeah, go ahead. Hi, Charlene.
if you have a favorite ornament or a decoration from when you were a child, maybe?
You know what? I have one favorite ornament, and I don't actually put it on a tree, and I never actually put it away. It's a little drummer that was sent to me after my mom passed away, and I remember it being in our house, and I always loved it. And so I can't ever decorate with it because I'm afraid it'll get lost, and I can't ever put it away. So it sits in there, and I'm sure that people wonder when they come over in July why there's a little Christmas ornament in there, but you know, what are you going to do?
Beverly wants to know, are your sisters like you when it comes to decorating?
Hi, Beverly. Which Beverly is that?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Beverly was wondering if my sisters are like me when it comes to decorating, and that's a good question because I'm a little crazy. You know what? When it comes to decorating homes, both of my sisters have amazing taste, but very different than me, very specific taste. My little sister has this really cool, eclectic, hint of artsy, coastal, amazing taste. I mean, we'll go shopping and she'll go, oh, look at this. And in my head, I'll be thinking, I don't get that at all. And then she'll put it up and I'll go, oh my gosh, that's fantastic. And my older sister, by a millisecond at our age, she has very beautiful, contemporary with a hint of French chateau built in. Amazing, amazing taste. But when it comes to Christmas decorating, I'm definitely the most formal, and my little sister decorates beautifully, but it's definitely a little more casual and fun and absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. Okay. Hey, we're cooking with gas. We're getting this. This is good. Okay, now let's take a look at it. Wait, hold on. Now look, I just put 3 pieces on. Huh? How great is that? Look, 3 pieces. That's why I love these teardrop swags. Okay, I'm going to do the other side. Go ahead, Katie. Sorry.
Katie says your dad gave you some large pine cones a few years ago. Do you still use them?
I do use those, and I love them. And in a lot of cases, I'll take a wire and hook it to the top of the pine cone and hang it straight down from either end of the garland. In a lot of cases, I'll do that in that room or in this room. I like to set them down and make them part of arrangements with candle lanterns and flameless candles. I'll tuck them in around the presents under the tree. They're really versatile and beautiful. They're big sugar pine cones that they have, you know, out west. And now I've seen them available in stores because my dad is such a trendsetter. He is, what are you going to say? He has his master's in botany, not to brag, he's kind of brilliant. And his specialty is indigenous edibles, which means, of course, wild plants that you can eat. And so we grew up eating the most unusual kind of list of plants ever. But he loves all those things, and he's the one that showed them to me out west and sent them to me. So I do still use them, yeah. Okay.
Okay, Maritza, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Maritza?
I apologize.
Maritza, Katie apologizes if
Cruz.
Maritza Cruz, if she's not pronouncing your name correctly.
She said, "Hi Lisa, I'm out of college now and have my first place.
Oh, Maritza said that she's out of college now and has her first place. That is so great.
I want to be as good at decorating as you are. What pieces should I invest in to begin my Christmas decorating collection?"
Oh, so Maritza has a love of Christmas decorating, and she wants to really have a beautiful finished look. Maritza, I am so proud of you because you're getting such an earlier start than I did. Number one, good quality garlands and trees. And that means that you want them to have good quality lights. You want to have a good number of lights on them. You want them to be nice and full, not straggly. So, you know, good foundations to work on. And then I have to tell you, this kind of thing. This kind of thing and the garland. Wait, I'll be right back. If you have enough of these two things, you can do an unbelievable mantle. You can also use them in windowsills. You can use them in decorating with candles. You can use them down stairways. You can use them on trees. The list goes on and on. But these are two of the easiest ways to decorate because then you don't have to put every single piece on. Another important thing is, you can tell I'm very organized. I try. These kind of branches. Branches that are wired, because these you can do a million things with. Any kind of branch like this you can put on chandeliers, you can put in garlands, you can put on trees, you can put anywhere. These are fantastic. So I think if you get those two and some basic ornaments, you're a rock star. But I also want to say, Maritza, you're just getting out of college, so you know, if you get good quality things, it's not inexpensive. But I would recommend investing in good quality when it comes to these kinds of large pieces, and then you'll just use them forever and ever. And if you can't get it all in one year, that's fine. Just, you know, add a few pieces each year. It's all good. That's a great question, Maritza, by the way.
Sandy wants to know, what was your greatest moment in Italy?
Sandy wants to know my greatest moment in Italy. Gosh, that was tough. Greatest moment in Italy. Thinking. Wait, I got it. It wasn't a moment. It was a 2-hour stretch. And I mentioned it on my Facebook page a little bit, but my favorite museum in the entire world is the Borghese Galleries. Because, you know, a lot of museums, they're huge, they're overwhelming. You go to the Louvre, you go to the Uffizi. You know, these are big museums. The Vatican Museum, it's 6 miles of museum. I mean, I love it, but have you seen the whole thing? No, no one has. So the Borghese Galleries are a small museum. You're only allowed to go in for 2 hours. You got to check everything except your phone. There's no handbags in there. They're really thorough. But it was the villa of the Borghese family, the ruling family of Rome for, you know, generations off and on. So it's in a beautiful villa. It is a gallery that holds my favorite sculptor of all time, Bernini. No one does sculpture like Bernini. And my favorite sculpture of all time, Apollo and Daphne, is in the Borghese Galleries. So you walk in the first room and it's amazing, and then you go over here and there's Helena Canova and she's reclining on the couch, and then you go in the second room and there's Bernini's David and he's amazing, and then the third room in the corner on the far right, that's Apollo and Daphne. And I will just, literally, I've just sat there for the entire 2 hours and stared at them. So this year we went and we managed to have an amazing tour guide, Viviana. I talked about her on my Facebook, and I highly recommend, if you're going to the Borghese Galleries, hire Viviana. And she told amazing stories, and it was really an amazing trip. But Azzedine Alaïa, one of my favorite designers of all time, an amazing designer, they were having an exhibit of his works. And so all through my favorite museum, in this amazing villa with this unbelievable sculpture, were these beautiful couture creations from Azzedine Alaïa. Could it get any better? Not unless they were serving gelato. It really was. It was amazing. Oh, and by the way, speaking of great things to do if you go to Rome, and I know I mentioned this too, but just in case, we went with Viviana as well, and she's on my page, but they have a number of tour companies now start tours early in the morning for the Vatican Museum and the Sistine Chapel, so that you're actually going in before the general public, and we did that, and I highly recommend it because it's become so crowded that I almost had a panic attack last time in the Sistine Chapel, so definitely do that. All right, that was long, sorry. Okay.
A lot of people are asking about how you store your decorations.
How to store the decorations.
There is a Pinterest board about this.
Yeah, you're right, Katie. There's a Pinterest board about this because I store my ornaments differently than I store my other things. So when it comes to the teardrops, I stack them in deep Tupperware like this. When it comes to the branches and some of the fruit garlands, I stack them like this. It's kind of a shallower Tupperware. But I also have, I have it downstairs, just on my Pinterest board, an entire unfinished wall, and put right into the studs is our hooks that come out, and I hang a bunch of wreaths on there, I hang garlands on there, I hang teardrops on there, and then I have specific ornament boxes that you'll find on Pinterest as well. But it's, you know, it's important if you're investing in nice pieces and you want to use them year to year, you need to store them well, because otherwise they'll get damaged. And so I think it's worth it to invest in some good storage, even though good storage is not inexpensive either. Unfortunately, nothing is. Okay.
What's your favorite Christmas carol?
Oh, my favorite Christmas carol. Gosh, I don't know. My favorite Christmas carol.
I know, it's tough.
Yeah, I don't think I can choose that. Usually when I'm decorating, but we can't right now because of copyright issues, I just have the Polar Express playing on a loop because I love that music and it really does inspire me when it comes to Christmas decorating. But so for decorating, it's Polar Express on that one. Okay. Making progress, making progress. It's important to get each side kind of similar, and that's not always as easy as you would think. All right.
Can you just explain that this is a different mantle than the one that you...
Oh, yes. Someone was asking, didn't you already decorate the mantle? Because this does look very similar to the mantle that we did already decorate. That mantle is in the family room. It's still there, up, looking good. This is the living room. So even though the fireplaces are similar, it's a different mantle. Okay.
Some people that tuned in late are just wondering where you purchase your decorations, or where you would recommend getting decorations.
Well, some people were asking where to purchase decorations, and that's a little tough for me right now because in all honesty, the last few years, you know, last year when I really started designing my line of Christmas decor for QVC, I did it because I wasn't able to find things out in the market that I really liked. And that was frustrating to me. You know, Michael's craft store, I think, in all honesty, I apologize in advance, Michael's, but they used to have a better selection. They really did. And I just don't feel like they do as much. It's not that you can't still find some pieces if you go through, but it used to just be a no-brainer. You could get amazing quality. You could get amazing variety. Now I feel like, in all honesty, the quality's not as high and there's not as much variety. So then you have to go to specialty Christmas stores. So that's going to be pool places that have Christmas decor and things like that. I look around online. I do a lot of shopping online, but I specifically designed these pieces because I couldn't find them anywhere, and I'm still not sure where else to find them. So hopefully next year, then we'll have a way of me doing some more Christmas decor for you, and then I can tell you where to get it. I know that's not really helpful. I'm sorry.
Maggie would like to know if you incorporate any real greenery into your decorating.
Meggie or Maggie?
Maggie.
Maggie. Oh, hi, Maggie. Maggie was wondering if I incorporate any real greenery into my decorating. I don't really much. In some cases, I'll put a real wreath in the kitchen because I want it to smell good. I'll put real wreaths on the doors in a lot of cases because I want it to smell good. And if you want it to smell good, you can always put a wreath just laying down and put a candle in it and make an arrangement out of it, that kind of thing. And it just depends on the style. I decorate more formal and a lot of pieces on a garland, which is harder if it's a natural garland. But one of the styles that's beautiful right now is more simple greenery on its own. And if that's what you prefer, then using live greenery is much, much easier. All right, what are you laughing about over there?
Hold on.
Don't think I don't see you laughing.
I want to find a good question.
It must be good because she was laughing.
It's funny.
All right.
Okay, the question is, if someone gave you a really ugly ornament, would you still hang it on one of your trees?
If it were at all possible, quit pointing at yourself. If it were at all, I have a friend of mine here. If it were at all possible for it to go in the decor, I would hang it. If it were a completely different style than anything I have in my house, I would have to get creative. Don't take that as a challenge, you. Don't take that as a challenge. But obviously, and this is something that, you know, when you're young and people tell you it's the thought that counts, you just go, you're right. No, it's not, it's the gift. And it is true that the older you get, the more it really is the thought that counts. And for someone to go out of their way to find something for you and give it to you is, I think, is really, really just an amazing kindness. Especially someone like me, I am not easy to buy Christmas decor for. So I love that I have friends who love me enough to try to do that anyway. Okay, so right now, I'm just going to go back here so I can look at it with you. Let's look at it. Somewhat similar. This needs to be a little bit higher. Hold on.
A lot of people are asking if you decorate outside.
Oh, yeah. I love decorating outside. But when I decorate outside, it's just a lot of clear lights. I love a lot of clear lights. I love them on trees and shrubs, and that's just my favorite thing is just a lot of clear lights and a wreath on the door, and I think that looks very, very magical, very winter wonderland. Okay.
Where are your jeans from?
Oh, you know what? These are not an actual brand. I'm sorry, they were asking about my jeans, and that's kind of hard to miss since I'm turning my jeans eye to you a lot. But these were a prototype that, a sample that was never actually made. So unfortunately, I have no idea where to get them. Okay.
A lot of people have said that they like Hobby Lobby for Christmas decorations.
Oh, okay. So a lot of people are saying that they like Hobby Lobby for Christmas decorations. That's good to know. And we have an AC Moore around here. They have some Christmas decor. In general, again, I think that you can. I can find some pieces there. I have a hard time really finding the kind of quality of pieces that I used to be able to find. And one of the reasons I say that is, I'm just going to. Oh, here it is. This is what they would call a sugar bead on, the outside. It's a very fine, not too sparkly, sugary looking bead, kind of crystal on the outside. And these are now very hard to find because everyone's just using straight glitter and big chunky glitter. And it's not that some of that isn't good, but a lot of it can be too much. Okay, so.
Did you start eating the giant cauliflower yet?
Did I start eating the giant cauliflower? Yes, I did. And that thing is the size of, I don't even know how many heads of normal cauliflower that thing would make. But I made a whole batch of cauliflower today, and you can barely tell that I took anything off of it. It's hysterical. All right, I'm just going to put this back here.
Where's your vest from?
Oh gosh, I've had this vest. Oh, this is from Zara, and it's from Zara, my best. Somebody was asking about my vest. It's from Zara probably 10 years ago. So obviously I tend to keep things a long time when I like them. All right, I'm just going to see how that looks. Coming back with you to look. Yeah, so notice how, so what I did is I put the full part of the teardrop here, and so this the small part here. Full part of the teardrop here, intersecting with the small part here. Full part of the teardrop at the top, tapering down, and then one garland over it. Now this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, with the garland, 7, 8 pieces. And literally, I could leave the mantle like that and it'd be done. Now, I'm not going to leave it like that, obviously, but isn't that amazing? That's why I love these things. All right, one more garland.
Do you decorate your bathrooms?
Do I decorate my... You know what? Sometimes I do. Sometimes I decorate the bathroom down here, the powder room, you know, because I think it's just nice for guests to have a decorated powder room. So sometimes I do. Yeah, not my bathroom, because there's way too much stuff in there. But yeah. And a lot of it kind of depends on if I get things done early enough that then I have time to do the extra things.
What do you like to use as a tree topper? Angel, star?
What do I like to use as a tree topper? You know, that's a tough one, because I generally, let me see if that's, hold on. Bending it. I'm trying to get the candle where there isn't fruit so that it won't knock it off. I generally use bows. I use big full bows as tree toppers, tree topper bows. I can make those myself, and so I can always do a new one if I need it. And I just have a hard time finding other tree toppers that I really, really like. Somebody was asking about what I use as tree toppers. Okay.
How long do you leave your decorations up?
How long do I leave my decorations up? Who was asking that?
Several people.
Oh, several people. As long as possible. Unconscionably long. I definitely usually don't take them down until the middle of January. And the one in my bedroom, no one sees, so I might leave it up till March or April. Nobody's going to see it. It's fine. You know, it's all good. All right. Cool. Now, isn't that amazing? So that's 8 pieces, and look at everything on there. Now, I'm going to start using these. These are amazing. These are branches. You know, they're kind of picks, branches, and you can do a lot with them. And I'm just going to start kind of putting them in and around. See how it goes.
Liz would like to know if you have a favorite gelato flavor from when you were in Italy.
Liz wants to know if I have a favorite gelato flavor from when I was in Italy. Gosh, there's a lot of good ones. I have to say the Snickers was really good going down, but it was way too heavy. I like anything that's kind of butter pecan, caramel, nutty. But I think my favorite gelato in Italy is just the lemon. It's so clean and light, and that way I can keep eating and I don't ever feel like it was too much. So I love, 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 love the lemon when it comes to the gelati. Okay.
What shoes did you wear in Italy to walk around during the day?
What shoes did I wear in Italy? I wore a pair of flat kind of moto military looking boots that, you know, came up to the lower calf with leggings tucked in. They laced up, and they were a good decision from the point of view that they were not a heel at all. They were a bad decision from the point of view that they gave my foot no support, and I thought I was going to die. So, you know, definitely don't want to wear a heel walking around Italy, because you're going to be doing a lot of walking. That gives you any indication the kind of lengths that we're talking about. All right. always hard to get it to match. Why is that?
Do you have a favorite Christmas movie?
Favorite Christmas movie? Well, for decorating, I like Polar Express. For funny, I like Scrooged, to kind of extend the look of the mantle on either side. All right.
Here's a funny one.
Okay.
Charles wants to know if we ate all of the oranges that you put in your bag.
Is that Charles Yeager?
Yes.
Hi, Charles. Did we eat all the oranges? No. We ate a lot of them, and then I gave the rest of them to a friend so that they wouldn't go to waste, because they tasted so good, but there were a lot of them. We ate a lot, and there was still a lot left. So, you know. All right. Putting these in. Putting these in. So what I'm trying to do is just kind of fill in. Again, it never matches. I don't know why. It's just a thing. Try to make it match. Doesn't quite work. Oof. All right. Really not cooperating. That one branch is absolutely not cooperating. All right.
Do you have a favorite Christmas food dish?
Favorite Christmas food dish? Oh, gosh. I would say definitely the vegetarian casserole that I grew up with. And I know we've talked about that before on, on my Facebook page and things. I grew up vegetarian. I'm not vegetarian now, and I know that confuses people, so sorry about that. But I grew up vegetarian, so, the dishes that are home cooking to me are the vegetarian dishes that I grew up with. And so that's definitely what I love at Christmas time. All right, there's there. There's there. We're making progress on this thing, people. Definitely making progress. All right, trying to think of where else. Now, I have these.
Emily says, if you get it all done and find out that the garland isn't even, will you redo it to make it perfect?
No. Emily wanted to know, if I get it all done and find out that the garland isn't even, will I redo it to get it perfect? And no, I really won't. Even though I wish I would, but it's just too much work. Because typically, I really do take a long time doing these, and now I'm going through and doing it quickly. But typically, it takes me hours and over a couple days. So I'm just not going to have the energy to redo that, even though I probably should on that. All right.
What was your favorite meal in Italy?
Oh my gosh, we were in Milan at this amazing restaurant, and it was one of those, somebody was asking my favorite meal in Italy, and somebody was, it was one of those things where there's a whole group of us, and there were a million different dishes to try, and even though you tried to only eat a little bit of one, you were still about to die because you were so full by the end. They had the most amazing ravioli. I can't even describe it. It was
I think it was
butter and mushroom and I don't know. I guarantee you it was not low calorie. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. So now I'm just filling in with a little bit of grapes over there. You got to make sure whatever you do has balance.
Sharon Sibbs, who is always on your page.
Yeah, hi Sharon.
It's her birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday, Sharon. Absolutely fabulous. I hope you had a great day. Don't forget, on your birthday, nothing has calories. If you put a candle in it, no calories. So put a candle in everything. It's going to be awesome. All right. So you can see that I'm just kind of putting things around and seeing if they work there. All right. What else do I have over here in my little bag of tricks? Oh, one of those. These are.
A lot of people would like you to come decorate their homes.
So we should make this a road trip and just go decorate each person's home. We'll take a big van with Christmas decorations. That'd be good. Actually, I wish I could do that. Go decorate everybody's house because I love doing it. But unfortunately, this is gonna be about as close as it gets. All right, I'm gonna put this guy here. Put that guy there.
A lot of people are asking what you use to secure the garland to the mantle.
So a lot of people are asking what I use to secure the garland to the mantle, and that's something that you'll find on my YouTube channel because we really looked at it up close in the last garland that we did in the family room, because there are those repositionable 3M hooks along with floral wire, always your best friend, wire cutters, and floral wire. Very, very important. And that's what I use to secure the garland to the mantle. If you're just trying to set it up there, it's probably coming down. I mean, it's not made to sit up there unless your mantle is this deep, you know. And I like it to come down a little bit in front, so it really does have to, and you know, it just kind of has to have something pretty substantial to make sure that it stays. So that's the best thing that I've found. All right, put this here. Oh, I knew you weren't going to cooperate. Right here.
Some people are asking about the name of the paint on the walls.
Oh, the name of the paint on the walls. So the name of the paint on the walls, and you know, even if there are a number of people, just give me the last person who asked it, just so we can. Okay. The name of the paint on the walls is Beach House Beige by Benjamin Moore. And I love this color. It took me literally 32 different paints. I did not paint the entire house 32 times, don't panic. But I bought 32 samples of paint and put it on the wall in different areas and watched it in different day parts so I could see how the light would go on it. And then I ran out of wall space, so I started putting them on poster board and moving them around in different parts of the day. And then I painted the entire family room and kitchen. Didn't like it. Started all over again. Painted the entire family room a second time. Didn't like it. Started all over again. Finally found Beach House Beige. Oh, Beach House Beige is out there. This is King Arthur's Court. Sorry. Beach House Beige is in the rest of the house. This is King Arthur's Court, which is also Benjamin Moore. All right. I forgot I did a lighter color in the living room. Oh, that's much better. Okay. I have a few branches here. Okay.
Marcia would like to know if you could invite one big celebrity to your home for Christmas, who would it be and why?
One big celebrity to my home for Christmas. Celebrity. My friend was going, me. Gosh, one big celebrity. Gosh, this is like being in pageants again. The kind of question they'd ask you in an interview and you go, oh, I don't know. Honestly, I know this sounds weird, but I would invite Sofia Vergara. I know that this is odd, but I just think that she looks like she would be a lot of fun to have over for dinner. I would have girlfriends over. We would have the best time ever. So, yeah, I think that'd be it. All right. Oh, trying to get that to go in. Okay, let's see how this is looking. We're going Okay, a little more out there. All right. You got to just go back and look sometimes. All righty. Much better. Fill in the corners. Fill in the corners. All right. How are we looking? That's better. I think I can use some more out here. See, I like to use branches with different textures so you can see that these are more of a bright finish. These are more of an antique finish. I have some somewhere that are more sparkly, but I swear I just am having the hardest time finding anything this year, and I'm normally so organized. All right, what are you laughing about over there? I hear that.
Pam says, isn't it more fun decorating for Christmas with 1,000 of your closest friends joining you than just decorating the room and talking to yourself?
Pam said, wait, let me just read that. That's really funny.
Hold on.
All right, Pam. Pam Ramsey, is that Francil, Pam? Anyway, she said, isn't it more fun decorating for Christmas with 1,000 of your closest friends joining you than just decorating the room and talking to yourself? Well, actually, yeah, it is. 'Cause, yeah, normally I'm just talking to myself. It's so true. Thank you, thank you. That's so funny. What'd you do tonight? Oh, you know, I had 1,000 of my closest friends over, and we were just kind of hanging out, decorating a mantle, and, you know.
It's 4,000.
Oh, 4,000, sorry. So I had 4,000 of my friends over, and everyone took off their shoes, because that's the rule in my house, and it was fine. I mean, you know, it was a party. I mean, somebody called the cops, but I think we kept the noise level pretty reasonable. That's so funny. Love that one, Pam. All right, where are we?
Jerry and a lot of people are wondering how or if you decorate below the fireplace at all.
Oh, Jerry and a lot of other people are wondering if I decorate below the fireplace at all, and the answer is yes, I do. I usually put some gold, a couple gold poinsettias down here. They're artificial because I'm worried about my floors, so I use a lot of artificial poinsettias. So I put a couple gold artificial poinsettias. I use some candle lanterns. What did I do with those? Oh, you know what? Can you hand me one of those with the curved top right over there by the, on the floor? Candle lantern, curved top. That's not curved. What did I do with them? I must have put them, oh, did I put them in the other room? Where did I put them? Anyway, I'm sorry. I was going to show you what did you find one? Yes, there it is. Oh, thank you. I put them around the stairway. So, got it. Thank you. So what I'll put a couple of these on either side. I'll put a gold poinsettia behind each of them. I don't really normally turn this fireplace on. It's a gas fireplace. So I'll also kind of maybe put a music box down there open because I think it's really pretty. But I love to take the decor all the way down. You can see this wreath up here is from last Christmas and I never took it down. You know, it's a living room. Do any of you really use your living room? Because I got to tell you, the whole living room concept to me is a nice thought, but the only time I use this room is when I decorate it for Christmas. So, I don't know. Maybe some people are better at using their living rooms than I am, that's for sure. All right, what else do I have here?
Lydia would like to know if you think you'll ever get a pet.
Lydia would like to know if I think I'll ever get a pet. Probably not. I love them. I love visiting with them, petting them, and giving them back to their parents because I am not home enough. I'm definitely not home enough, number one. Number two, my house is not pet friendly. I'll be the first to tell you. And it's, you know, I mean, you don't even wear shoes in my house. So someday, in all honesty, years and years down the road, when I settle down and I'm not going to be traveling anymore, maybe then I would because I love them. But right now, no, it'd be a long time. But I do love them. I just go visit Chaz and the puppies and pet them, and that's good. Okay, what else do I have? Ooh.
Denise would like to know where you got those curved lanterns.
Where did I get the curved lanterns? At QVC. Actually, I got those. I got these at QVC a couple years ago. also, they're luminara. It's a luminara lantern. So the candle is, comes in the lantern, and then you do the batteries from the bottom. But I like them. They're kind of a barn style. So this is one of the other things that I like to do, and that is get these kinds of sprays, and then you take your wire cutters and you cut the branches off. I know we've talked about this before. But then you can just have the branches, they're smaller, and you can kind of add them in, which I really think is pretty. Just try it out, see how it goes. If you don't like it, move it. Not complicated. All right, put this in here. One of the reasons I'm using these gold branches is I want to add a little bit of glitter and sparkle, because I'm doing a lot of matte kind of finishes, and a little glitter is a good thing.
Kimberly says happy birthday, and you share the same birthday as Kimberly.
Oh, Kimberly said happy birthday, and she has the same birthday. Thanks. Happy belated birthday, Kimberly. Very cool. You know, us Scorpios, we're the best friends you ever had, and probably the worst enemies, but really, really, really good friends at the same time. I love being a Scorpio because I love the fact that when somebody goes, oh, hey, when were you born? And you say, oh, November, and they go, oh, Scorpio. Like that's some big dangerous, you're going, really, what do you think of my people? I don't even, hey, you stay out of this. I don't know what you people think of my people. That was an off the record comment to a friend of mine who's here. All right, so let me see. I got a little sparkle there. I could add a little, let me think.
Marissa wants to know if you're still jet lagged.
Marissa, is that the Marissa that we know?
Marissa Lazito.
Yeah, Lazito. Hi. I am still a little jet lagged. I was up at 4 this morning, which you might notice I was answering Facebook at about 4 in the morning because I couldn't sleep. And so then I figured, you know what, I might as well just get up and answered Facebook for a while, still couldn't sleep. So finally I decided I would get up and do a little workout and go to church. So that's what we did. It was all good.
Tiffany and a lot of people are asking about the birds and where you got them.
Oh, Tiffany. Hi, Tiffany. Tiffany and some other people are asking about the birds and where I got them. These are birds that I designed for my QVC Christmas collection last year, and I think they really turned out very nice. But I don't know if they're still carrying them. I would guess maybe not. So I'm not sure where to find them since we specifically created this colorway for that collection. Sorry. All right, I'm going to move this over here. Take a little look. Yeah, need more branches. Oh, I didn't put any bronze in there. I swear I couldn't find all the pieces for this mantle this year, and so I'm a little messed up. Okay.
Karen wants to know if you ever completed a mantle and then it fell down.
Yeah. Karen wanted to know hi Karen, if I've ever completed a mantle and then it fell down. Yep. You know what that is? Which is why I really affix them strongly now with the 3M hooks, because I have had them come down. And even on the stairway, sorry, probably glittered in my nose. Even on the stairway with the garland grabbers, I reinforce now with ties because the garland grabbers are the easiest way to put them up, but they are plastic and they will break, so I reinforce with ties just to make sure that if anything breaks, nothing's coming down. So, yeah. Been there, done that. Not pretty. All right. This is just not cooperating. I have a whole bunch of these bronze branches, and I can't figure out what I did with them. I'm normally really organized, and this year it just didn't work out that way. Okay.
When you're out looking, let's see. When you're looking and seeing you need more branches, what are you specifically looking for?
When I'm looking and saying I need more branches, what am I looking for? Well, I think that what I'm looking for when I'm saying I need more branches is that I like a lot of stuff going on a garland. So when I look and I feel like it's not quite as just finished and ornate, then I need to add something, which is usually when I'll add a few more branches on that. Because see, like right here, there's a lot of branches going on the top, but I'm a little sparse through here. So I'm going to add a little bit of branch life underneath. Well, I think I'm going to use these.
Jan and a lot of other people are requesting that you do a live video when you decorate the tree.
Oh, babe. Jan and a lot of other people are requesting a live video of when I decorate a tree. Now that, I saw that. I saw that. Yeah, I could do that. It probably, there's no way it would all be finished in one sitting. The trees are a lot more real estate, and so they definitely take a long time. I mean, that 9-foot tree in the family room, up and down on a ladder, filling in with, there's something like 700 ornaments on that tree. It is insane. And then the ribbon going. So, maybe the living room tree, maybe that would be more doable. So do you see how this balanced it out? I was kind of top heavy with the branches, and I needed something in there, so I just stuffed that in there. And what I like to do is when I stuff it in, spread it out a little bit and put a piece of fruit in front of the center, then it kind of makes it all look like it goes. Let's see if it will turn out that well on the other side. Alrighty. It never turns out as well on the other side. One side is always great and the other side doesn't cooperate. Why is that?
Mary Ellen missed the beginning of the video and she's wondering if she will be able to see it at another time.
Oh, Mary Ellen. Hi, Mary Ellen. Mary Ellen missed the beginning of the video and was wondering if she would be able to see it another time, if she'd be able to go back and look at it. And the answer is yes. These videos, even though you're looking at it live right now, it will stay on my web page. I mean, it'll stay on my Facebook page, and it will also go on my YouTube channel. So you can go back and look and see it that way as well. So if you missed it, it's okay. Yeah, that helped a little. All right. I don't know why I hum like that, by the way, but I just do. My mother always did, too. My mother would always sing and hum when she was doing things around the house. It was so nice.
Lois, who's always on this page, Lois Fenton. She
Oh!
says hi.
Hi, Lois. Lois Fenton. You're such a sweetheart. How are you, Lois? All right. Now, I'm going to see.
Some people, including Lori, are asking what is hanging from the mirror.
Oh, what's hanging from the mirror is a matching wreath to the teardrops and garlands, and then I put a bird on it and a ribbon at the top. So can they see it? I guess they can just see the bottom. Cool. Yeah, and that's been up there since last year because I never come in the living room, and why take it down? It was kind of out of my reach, so I just left it up there. All good. Just adding a few branches. Oh. Okay. Put this here. Okay. So I think that we are getting close to being done for right now. I'll tweak it later because you know I have to do that, but isn't it amazing how these just stay when you tuck them in and put a little branch around them? It's really pretty wild. Put this right up here. Oops, that one didn't stay. I just jinxed myself by even saying that, and now it's not going to stay. Okay. And this went right here. Okay. There you go. And then oof, won't come off. Oh, holy Toledo.
Ellen and several other people would like to see you decorate your banister.
Oh, okay. Ellen and some other people are asking about decorating the banister. Hey, Ellen. That's a pretty lengthy thing too, but we could probably do something with that, though. I think we can figure something out on that.
Kim is wondering if you ever use multicolored lights.
Who's wondering?
Kim.
Kim? Yeah. Hi, Kim. Kim was wondering if I ever use multicolor lights, and the answer is no. And it's not that I don't like them. I think it's just a different way of decorating, and I think they can be absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. It's just that I think the color schemes that I'm already working with don't really work with multicolor lights, but I think in the right scheme, they're stunning. Stunning, stunning. If I were going to start over, I would probably try to do a room with the tree with multicolor lights because I think that would be really pretty. All right. Got that, got that. We're about done. How do I know that? Because there's really almost nowhere else to put anything on this mantle. How do you know you're done? When you can't fit anything else on the garland. Oh. All right. Whenever you get these, you definitely have to kind of work the branches because they get all bent. Oof.
Oh, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her last name correctly. Diamo.
Ann Diamo?
Yes.
Hi, Ann.
She said, we had pancakes with applesauce and peanut butter this morning before Mass. Thanks for the tip.
Oh my gosh, this makes me so happy. So Ann, now make sure, and I want to see if Ann answers this. Ann was saying that she had pancakes this morning with applesauce and peanut butter before Mass. And did that include syrup, Ann? Because that's the best part. So pancake, peanut butter, syrup, and then applesauce. And you have to make sure that the applesauce is room temperature, and it's awesome. I know it sounds odd. Katie has not had the nerve to try it yet. I don't know what to do. Really, I cannot convince her of that.
I'm not picky, though.
Yeah, normally she'll eat. Normally she'll eat anything, and she won't. She won't try that yet. But I am so excited, Anne, that you tried the peanut butter and applesauce on the pancakes with the syrup, because it's awesome. And when Katie tries it, I'm sure that she's going to like it as well. Katie. Right. Oh my gosh. One of the hardest things is always getting these birds to do what they're supposed to do. Close enough. All right, let's see how that looks. Well, that's about as much as, see? Darn bird, I'm gonna have to fix that. So that's pretty much it. I'll definitely have to go in and zhuzh a little bit, because it normally takes me a much longer time. But you get an idea of how it works, and that is that you start with the big pieces, fill in with the branches and kind of extra berries, and it is easier than you would think. Wait, I think this needs to go down here. Oh yeah, I like that better. Wait. See, zhuzhing already. Wait. All right. Getting there. So that is kind of the preliminary of how to do a garland on a mantle. You can definitely incorporate more into that if you want. In the center here, you could do flowers, you could do a ribbon, a lot of different ways that you can work with the center. Ribbons are always a great way to go. One of the things that we'll definitely do a little video on, again, is how to make a big bow, like a big tree topper bow, or a bow like that, because I think those are really, really helpful in decorating. What was that?
Charlene is encouraging me to try the pancakes.
Charlene, excellent. Charlene is encouraging Katie to try the pancakes. See, Katie?
Peer pressure.
Yeah, peer pressure. This is exactly it. This is our tribe, people. We try to encourage each other to try really good things, like the pancakes. All right, so you can tell when it comes to this that I did this quickly, and I will definitely go back and zhuzh. But I think for right now, that's the table. That's a good beginning. What do you think? That's a lot on that one. Excellent. Okay. I think we're done. Well, in a few minutes over time. That's fine. All right. Thank you so much for decorating with me. And yes, Pam, it was more fun with 4,000 of my closest friends. And we'll work on finding some other great ideas for you. We're also going to be posting videos this week of decorating that all-white flock tree upstairs, which was really, really fabulous. So thank you so much.